right, so continuing this class, we're 24 days to the Omer, so the same class in Masechet Ketubot and Daf Gimel actually Daf Dalet Amud Aleph now, and we finished that Baraita, and we said Deleka ini shekarach lehu. So I remember also as my bar mitzvah, I remember Saba Shlomo Alav Shalom was preparing a lot of the work, buying the food, and they had a big party on Shabbat. So he bought the food, he bought the this. So that's the way it was. The men were in charge. My father tells me they were in charge of making the cheese. There was no kosher cheese. So they made the cheese in the house. Olives, they would pick up olives in the house. Wine, they would make wine in the house. One of the reasons that in Halab, they allowed people to make kiddush on arak in the morning is often as there would be no wine. The truth according to halakha should be on wine, but they would do it on arak. Not everybody had wine in the house. People made wine in the house. You couldn't just go to the store and buy wine. Now, what about the mother? So now we explain why Imet Aviv Shel Hatan, there's going to be no meal, or he's the one making the meal. So now he already to understand the law. So the father bought the meat and they slaughtered the animal, they baked the bread, they prepared the wine. Now, he died. Now, what's going to happen is, he prepared the food. He's the one who prepared the food. Now, what are you going to do? He said, okay, so let's sell everything. Apparently, after you already slaughtered the animal, we're going to see in a moment. Okay, so first of all,
you can't say it's not going to be food. He already made the food in this case.
He made the food, correct. He has to prepare the food.
I wasn't cooked. Okay,
let's see, but we'll see. I'm jumping the gun. You know what? I jumped the gun. I should have jumped the gun. So the general problem we're dealing with, and there's going to be some details, we'll see in a moment. The general problem we're dealing with is that because he died, somehow it's going to be difficult to prepare the meal, or to finish preparing the meal, or to prepare a next meal in 30 days. So we'll see. All right. What about the mother of the kalla? It's a more difficult. It's not a simple problem, by the way. It's not a simple problem. I'm going to give you the more standard explanation.
She prepares the bride for the wedding. She dresses her.
Right, because there's a special relationship between a mommy and a daughter. And she prepares her makeup. Yeah, but again, back then there was no Sephora. Today, the woman...
Makeup artist.
Little girls especially, they get very excited from Sephora. It's like, Me'en Yemot HaMashiach, when you enter Sephora. If you're a man, you enter Sephora with a woman, especially if she has your credit card, then it's Medina Shel Gehinom, exactly. But okay, it's very interesting, different ways, different perspectives, things, be that as it may. So the point is that back then, the mommy, she would prepare the mascara, whatever color, they would prepare it at home. And also the dresses, so the mommy, and this is part of the love that the mother showed the daughter, and the daughter wanted her mommy to prepare the stuff for her, right? So now, if the mommy dies, it's not an asymmetrical. It's a little asymmetrical, meaning, what does that have to do with ika inish tetarach lehu? But the idea would be that the father prepares the food. He died. Okay, wedding is pushed, and then we have a problem. The mother prepared the makeup for the daughter. She died. You push the wedding again. We have a problem. So that's more or less.
But we're specifically not pushing it when those two die.
No, right. If we would push it, it would be a problem, and that's why we don't. Meaning, if we would push the wedding, it would be a problem, which is why we don't push it.
The problem is to have the wedding because now there's no one to make the food.
Right. So wait. So let's proceed. So let's. But first, you understand what the issue is. We're now going to the details. But you will get the general issue is, father died, usually prepared the food. Mother died, usually prepares the makeup, more or less. Okay, we'll see. The Gemara is going to discuss this. So let's see the discussion of the Gemara. Okay? But that's end of the Baraita. All right? That's end of the Baraita. All right. Amar Rafram Bar Papa. Albert, you want to read a little? Amar Rafram Bar Papa. Okay. Lo Shanu, now they're going to be examining the Baraita, exactly, which is what we were trying to do just now. You were asking about this and that. Okay, now we're
Lo Shanu, אלא שנתן מים על גבי בשר, אבל לא נתן מים על גבי בשר,
Mizdaben. Very good. This is very important. When do we say that we don't postpone the wedding, right? But rather they do the wedding immediately. If you already prepared the meat, not just slaughtered the meat, but you already put it in the water, meaning to bake it. You started baking the food. Then you say, look, the food is already baked. The father prepared everything already. Now Chazit, the guy died. Now what's the problem? If lo natan mayim al gabei basar, you can sell it at least. And then you can use the money and buy food for the next wedding. Okay, the father's not there, So, but here, number one, the father already prepared everything for the son, right? It probably cost the father a heck of a lot of money, and he did everything. He made all the arrangements, right? So now when he dies, he's going to be known to prepare in the future. But number two, at least if you can sell it and you get the money back, okay, so you go to the same vendors and you buy and whatever, right? But if Imra Tal Maim Al Gabei Basar, you have a problem. Because once you put the water on the meat and you started cooking the 100 pounds of meat, well, what are you going to do with it? You're going to put it in the fridge? There's no refrigeration. So what do you do with 100 pounds of meat? You can't do anything. Now, if it's not cooked yet, you can cure the meat. They can salt it. They have a way to preserve it. They make beef jerky. Okay, you can sell it. Fine, but once you cook it, you can't sell it.
What's mizdaben?
Mizdaben, dezabin ababit
You can sell it.
Right, you can sell it. Right, it's sellable. Right? Mizdaben means it's sellable. All right, so that's the first point. So the point of Rav Chisda is a very clear point. All right, hold on one second. Now we said tevacho tavuach. It says, what did the Beraita say? It says the animal was slaughtered. What does Rav Chisda say? He says it was skinned, it was slaughtered and skinned and put in water. Okay, so at this point, no one will buy the meat, and because no one's going to buy the meat, you're in a problem. But the question is this.
The issue is the money, not about the one being able to prepare it.
Yeah, the issue is the money. Here we see that
the
concern is the loss of money.
Is not the issue.
Right. So you understand that this is the source for the vedavka, meaning Rav Chisda is
if the mother died, it would be the same issue.
What?
Even if the mother died, it's the same issue with the loss of money.
What loss of money? You're talking about the
makeup? If the groom's mother died,
yeah,
you have the same issue. Oh, how are you going to push off the wedding? They already soaked the meat. Doesn't matter if it's his father. Is the issue that you don't have someone to prepare, or the issue is that you're going to lose money? If it's losing money, even his brother, even his kid, anyone.
Okay, so
you should never push off the wedding.
Right. No. First, that's a valid point. Meaning, if you're saying the issue is that now you put water on top of the meat, and because you put water on top of the meat, you can't sell it. So now, the question you're saying is, in that case, what about if the brother dies? In that case, push off the wedding. Cancel the wedding. But we just said, we put water on top of the meat. I can't sell it. You understand the question?
You can't afford to do the wedding next week.
Right. So here you see, and I believe that I framed it like this. I said that it's two things. I said the first thing is, it's the father who's in charge of preparing the wedding. Buying the meat, cooking the meat. So there is the element of the tirha, right? The tariyah lehu. Now, at the same time, there's money involved. The fact is that yes, if you don't do the wedding now, and let's say the mother died. Okay, let's say the mother died, right? He's saying the mother died, but the mother of the hatan, not the mother of the kala. He's saying no. So now we're going to postpone the wedding, but I put the water on the meat, but the father is still alive. It's not a complete loss. You understand the difference? You have the father who was taking care and being toreach and doing all the work, and plus you have the element of financial loss. So the way I understand this is as follows: there is this interplay between. I mean, in the way that Chachamim formulated the law, they're saying, look, if it's just going to be financial loss, It's just going to be financial loss. So kavod meant there's avlut to do the avlut. Don't do the wedding. Okay. But here, there's two elements. There's financial loss on one side, but on the other side, there's a father preparing everything for the son. Now, we said before the question of the mother preparing the makeup, and there's a special love and special feeling. I have a feeling that probably it was something similar for the father and son. Maybe there was something special. The father knew what the son likes to eat. He knows how he likes the wine. He knows what foods he likes. I think there's an element of that as well. You understand? So it's not just the money.
No, it's going to make it the same way.
Right, exactly. So it's true. You're right. That if the mother of the Hatan died, not the father, the mother died, we say cancel the wedding. Financial loss. True, but the father's alive. He's going to take care of his son.
No, the father could have also died before. They don't know if he's alive now.
True. No, but they had the opportunity.
But it wouldn't make a difference if he was alive or not. Because either he'll be at both weddings or he's at neither wedding.
It's like...
It doesn't change anything.
It's similar when Yaakov makes a special food for his father. There's a special bond. There's a special feeling. He cooked it. Like I sometimes make bread in the house. I make Italian baguettes. My kids love my Italian baguettes or French baguettes, Italian baguettes. They make French baguettes in Italian. My kids, the family loves it. It's something special, it's a special feeling.
So that actually works.
So you can't make up those baguettes.
So it actually works in that it's not even a financial loss at all. That the issue, if it was a shchita, okay, anyone can do shchita. There's no difference if you have the wedding now or later.
Right,
but if you already started cooking it and braising it and all this, that's his father's flavors. He'll never get that again. You're going to take that away from him?
Exactly.
Let him have the wedding now.
Exactly. You see, it's a very interesting the way the Hachamim approach it, and it's not at all based on some sort of geometric logic. This is not the case.
I think the way you say right, there's no financial aspect at all. In either case.
Yeah, no, put it this way. The financial aspect...
It's not financial. It's his father's flavors that you don't want him to miss out on.
Maybe. You know what? Let me think about it. I thought in my mind, the way I presented it, is that it's two things. It's number one, that special feeling that your father made the food and he took care of everything. He was mamash toreach, and he knows his son.
But that applies after he cooked it, not just slaughtering it.
Right, but after he cooked it, it's not just that the father died. In the case where the father died, right? It's not just that he's losing his father's baguettes and his father's special flavoring. He's also losing the money. That's too much already. But if at least, let's say they bought the meat and they slaughtered the animal, they didn't cook it. We're saying what? And the father just died before the father cooked it.
So it doesn't matter. You could buy it next week. The meat that you have now and the meat you have next week will be the same.
You know what? I think interesting. Maybe the element, I have to think about the sugya, not in terms of financial loss, but just in terms of sentimental feelings.
Right.
I think it seems that the issue of sentimental feelings seems to be a predominant theme in the sugya. Yeah, I agree with you.
He'd miss out on the sentimental value of his father's.
Yes, it looks like that, and that's
and he's
why.
not around anymore. His father's dead.
Right.
Last chance to taste your father's food and throw it out.
Yes. Okay, fair enough. But there is element, but it does say mizdaben. So you can do something with it.
Because you can buy next week. There's no difference in this meat and next week.
No. Mizdaben means you can sell it.
Right. Sell it and buy meat next week. There's no difference between the raw meat you have now and the raw meat you'll buy next week.
Interesting.
There's no sentimental value to the meat yet. You could just sell it.
Interesting.
Once he cooked it, fine, sell the cooked food. No, but you have the sentimental value you're not going to get back.
Right. But it's not so simple. Amar Abba, read the continuation. Amar Abba. And then we'll look at Abba also.
Amar Abba.
ובקרח
אף על פי שנתן מים
על גבי
בשר,
מזדבן. Now, in Krach is a large, like a major city, like you have in Megillat Esther. Shushan was Imukefet Hamas. So the major cities, the powerful cities, they were called Kerachim because they had walls around them. So these are important cities. So the Kerach, like Troy, they have the wall around Troy, right?
So you could always say there's enough people to sell it to.
There's always enough people to sell. So meaning, he's saying like this. Rav Hissa said